back to my channel. I feel like I haven't filmed in a long time, but it's only probably been like a week and a half, but I missed it. But I'm back with this Pinterest inspired look. I was browsing Pinterest and I saw this glitter cut crease. I tried one way before. If you want to go back to my highlight and contour video, I'm wearing a glitter cut crease, but I didn't really like how it turned out, so that's why it got changed into a highlight contour video. But anyway, I tweaked a few things so that it would fit my eye shape better. I have hooded eyes. In the video I'll explain that, and I do a couple things so it fits my eye shape, and I like the way it came out better this time because I changed a few things. So I hope you guys enjoy this video I'm talking through, and a huge shout out to my ring light. I got a ring light now so I can film anytime I want. I don't have to worry about daylight going away. Even though daylight I feel like is the best, I can still have pretty decent lighting anytime because I'm filming this at night. So if you want to see how I did this look and learn some little tips and tricks for hooded eyes, not only you could use for this look but for any eyeshadow look, keep watching. So I have my eyebrows done, and I have a video on how I do my eyebrows, so that's why it wasn't included in the video. I'm just carving out my eyebrows, and this is also going to be the base for the eyeshadow, the concealer that I use to carve out my eyebrows. That will help to make an even blank canvas, so we can do our beautiful artwork, do the glitter cut crease. So I'm just carving out my brows and blending it down, and then I'm going to do the same to the top of my brow, and then I'm going to go on to prime my eyelids as well. And I don't do this every time I do my brows, like every day, but for this look we need to. So I just added a concealer to my eyelid. This is going to be the base for my eyeshadow. It's going to make the color stand out more and be truer to color. And I'm just blending it out. And then I wanted to add just a tiny bit more. I don't know if that's a tiny bit more, but I wanted more coverage, so I added Better Skin by Maybelline. I added that concealer. And I also want you guys to bear with me through this. Some of the time I went out of frame, but I did my best to edit that out so you weren't looking at a blank screen. But I'm learning, so please bear with me. So I'm just blending that all out, and then we're going to get into putting down the transition colors and getting started with this cut crease. So before I do that, I have to set my concealer, and I'm just using that middle skin tone color. I don't know if you could see it, but I'm just using it to set my concealer so that when I go ahead to put my eyeshadows, they don't skip or catch on the creamy concealer that I put down. The powder sets it so it's all even and a nice finish to start putting eyeshadow on. And then the next color I'm going to go in is that contour color from the Black Radiance Contour Kit palette. I always use that as a contour shade for myself as well as for my eyelid. I just put that in the that color right there. I just put that in my crease area. And now I'm going to go into explaining this whole hooded eye thing. So as you guys can see, when my eyes open, there's a few like wrinkles or like folds. So when I'm doing this tutorial, my eye is open because if I do it with my eyes closed or my eyelids kind of like stretched, not stretched, but looking down and my brow lifted, the placement won't be right for my eye shape. So this whole time I'm darkening the crease using dark browns, and I have my eyelid open, and I'm bringing up this crease color a little bit higher than I usually would, because I'm creating a higher crease so that when my eye is completely open and I'm taking pictures or just looking straight ahead, you can see the dark crease color, I'm gonna make it go slightly above my natural crease, because as you can see, my natural crease is where my eye folds on the skin of my eye. So I put the crease color a little bit above, and I'm doing my best to keep my eyes open so that it is where it should be for this kind of look. And I had to get used to bringing it up a little bit higher. It's really close to my brow bone, and I wasn't used to that for this look, but it turned out really good. And having that nice carved out brow bone really helped. So now I'm putting on the NYX eyeshadow base in white, and this is really going to make the lid color pop, really stand out. And I'm putting a lot more than I usually would. And the same thing with the crease color. I'm going to keep my eye open, and I'm going to make my eyelid a little bit larger. I lifted up my crease color, and now I'm going to lift up my eyelid to go along with it. So as you can see, there's like a little point in where I put the eyeshadow base. I have my eyes open, and then I'm going to blend that up so it's a nice even line, and it's making my eyelid a little bit bigger, larger. And I'm just adding more white eyeshadow base up there, creating a bigger, larger eyelid. These are little tricks that I learned from watching Alyssa Ashley on here. She is amazing. She does lots of tutorials and gives lots of tips and tricks for hooded eye, so you can also watch her. I'll link her below. But you're just kind of faking your eye shape when you have a hooded eye. My eye's completely open, and you can still see my lid color and the crease color. Now I am patting on a matte cream color. I'm just patting that all over my lid, and I'm packing it on because I use a lot of creamy eyeshadow base. So I want to make sure that it's all the way covered with matte eyeshadow, because throughout the day it can transfer and smear and really wear away quickly if it's not set with a powder. So I was sure to pack on the eyeshadow because I put a lot of cream product. But make sure it's all blended out. I'm just going back in my crease again. It's a cut crease, so it's going to be a hard line, but I just wanted to just blend it slightly a little bit more. And I went in with a warm brown too, because I kind of like the warm browns in the crease. And then I'm going to go into the glitter. Now, besides creating your new eyeshadow shape, this by far is the hardest part. I didn't use a gel glitter liner or a glitter liner. I don't know why I added gel. I'm sure that is a much easier way to do it, but I did it with a loose glitter from Lit Cosmetics and Beach Baby, and then I used the Inglot Durline as I showed you. And above all, getting the right consistency so that it's thick enough so the glitter's really apparent, but then not too thick that it's not going on, not too thin that you're just putting on the solution all over your eyeshadow, messing up your eyeshadow. So really getting the right consistency to get it like a glitter liner, but on your own. That's what was the hard part. But I'm just keeping my eye open, how I've been doing this entire time with creating my crease color and lifting my crease and creating a bigger eyelid, a higher eyelid. I'm keeping my eye open and putting the glitter right where those two meet. And it started off really nicely, and I really like how the look came out, but the line was a little bit thicker than I wanted it to be, but I'm still happy with it. But I think the next time I try this type of look, I'm just gonna use a glitter liner, because that will save me lots of time and like frustration. So I'm just going back and forth in between the liquid of the Duraline and the glitter, trying to get the right consistency and just adding it to my crease area. That's really the focal point of this look. And then of course the eyeliner, And as I know, you've heard other YouTubers say, it's so hard, I can't do my eyeliner on camera. It's true, because when I get into my zone of doing my eyeliner, I lean all the way down, I get way out of frame and focus. But I can do an eyeliner video if that's something you guys want to see the magic of editing. My eyeliner's done, and I'm just showing you that it's a really winged out, like dramatic, super dramatic, to support this kind of look. So that is it. And I'll just play music and you guys can see how I do the rest of my look.
This life is a courtroom and I'm on trial. I really need to get out of here. Not sure where I'm going or how I'm getting there. Mom is so sad that her daughter keeps smoking cigarettes. Daddy stays out late at the bar. boots are cold, and I scrape my knee. My lips are